No recording, it never happened. There we are. All right, awesome, wonderful. Hey, Casey, how are you? Thanks for joining. Casey, will you track guests like you usually do? Awesome, you're the bomb. Thank you so much, Casey. All right, let's start over. I'm Nancy Wetstein. I'm a lead director with LimeLife by Alcone, and I want to welcome you to our Beauty on a Budget that we do on Sunday and Wednesdays. It's really exciting to have you here with us, and if you're a guest, please go to the chat and announce yourself. If your guest is here, please go into the chat and identify who your guest is. When we hit 10 guests, then we do a drawing for a gift. So please, as a guest, identify yourself, shout yourself out. LimeLife by Alcone's been around for about 5 years now, but the parent company Alcone has been around since 1952. It actually began as a small store in the theater district of New York City and evolved into a beauty giant today. So anyone in the beauty industry knows who Alcone is, and they really are the people who you get your products from if you are a makeup artist, special effects artist, and that's for Hollywood, runway, Broadway, and theater. We have some amazing skincare that is all natural with no harsh chemicals in it, and we're going to hear more about that. So I'm not going to talk a lot about that today. And I really just hope that you'll dig in, give Abby your full attention, take notes, because I know she was going to be sharing some amazing tips with us. And she's also going to share a flawless base, so you're welcome to follow along. If you don't have our makeup, by all means, try and use her tips with what you have. If you see anything that you're interested in, you want more information, please reach out to the beauty guide who invited you. And I am going to I got to figure out how to put Abby on speaker view, actually. That's a new one. I think I did. Hope that's right. Abby, you're on.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome,
Hi.
Abby. Thanks so much. Okay, let's hear what you have to say today.
I'm so excited to be talking to you guys about this. I definitely want to start. Hey, Casey. Hey, everyone. Feel free to shout out and let me know if you're a guest, where you're watching from, and who your beautiful beauty guide is, because chances are she is a friend of mine. We all do this business together, so I'm so excited to be helping her serve you today. So a little bit of my backstory. Again, my name is Abby Williams. I'm in the Kansas City, Missouri area. I'm 27 years old. I am a baby, but I am a baby who has struggled with acne, which is what we're going to be talking about from the skincare and the makeup side today. And I think a lot of people forget about the makeup side and how that can contribute to being a pro or a con to our acne issues. A little bit of backstory on me. I started with acne in middle school. I'm kind of a classic acne story that I know so many people are. It's something that we struggle with. Like, you know, as soon as we hit puberty, the hormones and that acne starts for males and females, and it can be really, really hard. For some people, they never get it. For some people, they kick it once they're an adult. And in my case, it actually got worse as an adult. It really turned into even more painful, cystic, deep acne that was leaving more and more scarring on top of scarring I already had. So by the age of 25, right before I found LimeLife, I really and truly can say I've pretty much tried it all. Everything from the drugstores to big name brands to things that address acne that we see on TV. I'm not going to brand bash anything at all. Just know that I've been around the block when it comes to products that are supposed to help with acne. And with that being said too, I've been to 3 different dermatologists, and I've also experienced that side of acne. I've done the topicals and the oral pills, and nothing ever seemed to work for me. So when LimeLife fell into my lap, it really was kind of my last shot, and something was just telling me this is going to be it, because there was something about knowing that it was going to be chemical free, that it really and truly was an all natural organic line. And I'll tell you guys, The FBI doesn't really know that I'm part of their squad, but I do like FBI level background checks on things because I'm just a very skeptical buyer. So when I heard about LimeLife, I really didn't believe that they were an all natural chemical free company, because let's be honest, so many brands out there say that they are. And with our regulations in the United States, they can get away with it. It's very easy for companies to trick us. And so I went into it very skeptical, did a lot of research. Long story short, ended up finding out that they really were walking the walk of the talk that they were talking. And so I was like, I'm going to give it a try. I'm super excited. And maybe getting all the parabens and the yuck and no fragrances, maybe getting all of that out of my skincare is just what my skin has needed all along. And so as you can see, I am a success story. So there was a light at the end of the tunnel. So now I'm just really, really passionate to advocate for this line because I've seen it work. I see it work with my clients. I've seen so many acne success stories with this line, and it just makes me really excited to share it with you in hopes that it will help you, because I never knew the confidence that I was lacking. I mean, I knew that I didn't have confidence in my skin, but I mean, this skincare and makeup line brought me to tears many a time in the confidence that it gave me. We don't really realize what, and you guys, I don't have any makeup on. I came to you barefaced today. To be able to do that is huge for somebody who has struggled with acne, or to go to the grocery store with no makeup on, or to, we're in this virtual world now because of the pandemic, to hop on a call with, a virtual call with somebody that's seeing your face with no makeup. I mean, how many of you with acne have been really struggling with that, and you feel that? So I'm with you. I'm coming to you as a fellow struggle sister. I know exactly what it's like. I know how heartbreaking and hard it is. So let's help you. First of all, I want to quickly go over the skincare and what's going to be the thing that the 3 easy products. It's just going to be a 3-step little collection that I want you to start with if you're struggling with acne. And what it is, it's a cleanser, a moisturizer, and a mask. This is called ironically enough, it's called our Skin Confidence Collection. So in Beauty Guides, I'll also kind of explain why this is what I recommend to my clients based off of my experience. I like to just start them off on a simple 3-step collection because acne is very tricky, guys. It can get angry really fast. And if we don't start them on something very, very simple at first, just to get their skin, because let's be honest, most people who hear about LimeLife, they're coming in, this is the first fully chemical-free line that they've ever used. So naturally our skin has to adjust to that. So we want to keep it simple to start. So the cleanser that I normally recommend, because normally, and again, Beauty Guides, these are all questions that we want to work with our beautiful clients to ask. But typically acne-prone people are more oily, right? If you guys have, if you're struggling with acne, again, this is a safe place. We're just getting it all out on the table. Do you have oily skin? It's a struggle. Oily skin is a struggle. So Dream Clean Cleanser is going to be the most amazing cleanser to help balance out your oil levels while working on zapping the acne that you're currently struggling with, and also helping to prevent new acne from forming. The next step that you're going to want to do is, there's going to be 2 different moisturizers that you can work with your Beauty Guide to decide which one's going to be best for you. One is, this is what the bottle looks like for both of them. One is Skin Therapy and one is called Cool Balm. So Skin Therapy is going to be a really light, non-greasy, and Skin Therapy is actually what I used, if anybody was curious, kind of what I started with. It just was the best for me. So it's going to be light, non-greasy, and it's going to work well with your makeup too. So I also really like the smell of it. It's oat and pomegranate. And another classic mistake, and I'm saying this because I did this as somebody who was struggling with my skincare regimen. I didn't realize how important it was to follow cleansing with moisturizing. I always thought that because I had oily skin, I needed to just cleanse and get that oil off, and then that would keep it off. When in reality, oily girls, we have to balance that out with a moisturizer after we cleanse. So what that's going to do in the background scientifically is actually help to balance out your oil levels, because by providing the correct moisture back into your skin after cleansed, and if you're like me and you cleanse and you do a lot of your skincare in the shower, that steam from the shower can take a lot out of your skin. So you have to put back in order for your levels to not be like, oh, I need to overproduce oil because I'm not getting enough moisture. So it's really, really important to follow up with moisture. The other moisturizer that you can talk with your beauty guide about is Cool Balm.
Can you hear me?
Abby?
Can we ask everyone to mute themselves? They're not getting my messages.
So can everybody hit the mute button, please? It just gets hard with background noise. We're so happy you're here, but that's kind of one of the little things with Zoom that we have to watch. So if everybody can mute, can everybody hear me okay now? Are we good?
I'll go in and try and mute people as I see them come on too. Thanks for that reminder.
Okay, cool. So speaking of cool, Cool Balm. Balm is going to be a very soothing, it's going to help with redness, irritation. A lot of the time that goes hand in hand with acne. So it's going to really help to really work that inflammation down. So sometimes Cool Balm could be a better option for you versus skin therapy. Again, that's something that you need to work with your beauty guide and just be telling her about your skin, and that's going to help you all decide which one's going to be best for you. So the third step that you're going to do probably a couple times a week in the beginning, I think I was doing this, the third step is a mask. I was probably doing 2 to 3 times a week when I just was very broken out, and as I was trying to figure out everything when I started LimeLife. What I always recommend to my acne clients is Mask of Zen. And you guys can see how much we love Mask of Zen in my house. This is actually my husband's very favorite. And I'll tell you a funny story about him in a minute. Mask of Zen is a clay, it's a Montana clay and tea tree oil mask. It is acne's worst nightmare. This is the most amazing mask. It's also going to help balance out your oil levels. And the really cool thing about this mask is you can take a little bit and use it as a spot treatment if there's any little breakouts that you really need to nick fast. So this is really fantastic and helps bring down that redness and inflammation as well. Yeah, so as you can see, my husband and I both go at this mask. It's one of our favorites. And when I first was getting into LimeLife and have LimeLife all over our bathroom, of course, he uses everything. Our Mask of Zen was just disappearing way faster than it should have been. And I asked my husband, I was like, have you been using Mask of Zen? Like, what have you been doing with this? Because I know it wasn't me. And he was just using it every day, like as a cleanser, and just totally did not know how to mask properly. So he just loved it so much. He was using it for everything like twice a day. Would not recommend that. We had a little chat, but that's just how much you, and I'm sure your partner, are going to fall in love with these products once you have them. So you guys have to start out simple. 3 steps is super basic. Then I will say, and this is just as much for the beauty guides as it is for your clients, once you start seeing some progress with those 3 steps of products, I like to readdress where our progress is at. I will say we have to set up the expectation it is natural for your skin to purge. So once you start something new, no matter what brand it is, anything, you've probably naturally noticed a little bit of a purging process where your skincare, whatever is new that you've started, pulls, breakouts and bacteria to the surface. So we can oftentimes experience that once we put new products on our face. And I want to put that out there to let you know that's normal, and that means that it's working. It means that it's pulling, because we all have stuff underneath our skin that comes to the surface in a different, it's kind of working its journey. So your skin could be clear when you start it, or a little more clear. But then once you start using something that's totally chemical free and all natural, it's very normal for it to pull any impurities that you can't see below the surface, to go ahead and get them out and out of the way. So I want to let you guys know I did go through that. It doesn't last. So I want to just share that with you, because I always, with my acne clients, I hold their hand because it is a journey. And I want you to know that your beauty guide views it the same way. And when you have a client who struggles with acne, it's a different skin journey than our other clients. And we really do have to be there to walk them through that feedback and what's working and what might not be working, so that, like I said, we can tweak and bring in. This is exactly what I did. Now my skin, as my skin got better, I use a completely different regimen now than I did when I started. But it was because I had to start out simple, get through those breakouts, pull everything out of my skin, and get my skin used to beautiful, healthy, chemical-free products. And then I could really start to bring in my anti-aging and other things that were important, and facial oils. Like, I love talking to my clients who struggle with this and who struggle with oily skin, because they're astonished to know that I went from that to now using all facial oils. I don't ever start you out on that, but you should be excited that your skincare journey could lead to that. Usually what I end up graduating within a month or so of being on our Skin Confidence collection, this little 3-step, I then graduate them to Quench, Cleanse, and One Drop Wonder. And I want to tell you why. For me, again, with the oil balance, the Quench, Cleanse, and the Dream Clean, because again, we're doing, most of the time, acne strugglers, they need to have that consistent AM, PM routine. It's kind of like, I was thinking about it today. Our skincare is just like any other health and wellness issue that we deal with. It requires consistency and commitment. So just keep that in mind. If you're not doing your skincare regimen consistently and with commitment, you're not going to see the results that you want. So get in and get committed. And what I do with these 2 cleansers is I started using Quench, Cleanse in the morning and Dream Clean at night. And that really, really helped to balance out my oil production even further, which again, it's just a domino effect, helped nick my acne even further. So the Quench Cleanse is a more gentle cleanser that's more of a cream cleanser. And I really liked that for in the morning, because I already felt pretty clean from the night before, but I wanted to wash my face before I did my makeup for the day. So it's going to be a little more gentle, whereas Dream Clean is going to be, you're going to get more of that traditional cleansing feeling that a lot of people like from a cleanser. It's going to get your makeup off extremely well. So that's really why I moved it to my PM, because I really wanted to get that daily grime and makeup off at the end of the day and know that it was off. So that's usually what I do. I turn it into a 2 cleanser regimen. And then of course, One Drop Wonder. If you guys have been following your beauty guide for a while, you've probably heard of this guy. and you can see it is a sad day when you're low on One Drop Wonder. I'm ready for more, but this is going to be an oil that comes in, and it's an antimicrobial oil. So it really comes in and works on that bacteria. Again, this is going to really help to further fight acne once you've already been starting to see a little bit of progress with what you started with. The other thing that I absolutely loved and moved me to tears when I put this into my regimen and started seeing results is that it's not only going to work on your acne, but it's going to fade your acne scarring. And that can be just as much of an issue as current acne breakouts that we're dealing with, because everybody knows that your skin can get clear as day and you not have any breakouts on your skin. But if you still are struggling with that scarring, it can look like you're still dealing with acne, even though you don't have any breakouts at the time. So that was huge for me, because I never ever thought that I was going to kick acne in the tush and also get rid of my scarring. I just never thought it was in the cards for me. So for me to find a line that came in and erased all of it, I mean, that's why I do what I do, guys. I want to give that to somebody else. So that's kind of the breakdown on the line, and really what I look at in the first few months. If I have a new acne client, those are my recommendations in the first few months. Since it is summer, I also just want to quickly let you know that LimeLife does have a facial sunscreen that will not break you out. That is a struggle, isn't it? That's a whole other struggle. Like, not only is it a struggle to find skincare, but to find a sunscreen that won't break you out. Right, Casey? I mean, this is amazing. And again, because it's LimeLife, you know it's safe to use. There's nothing green. The other really cool thing I like about this sunscreen is that it's a 3-in-1. It's going to give you the SPF protection. It's going to be a moisturizer. It's also good enough to be a makeup primer. They really formulated that into the finish of this on your skin. So if you want to incorporate this into your daily regimen, you can do that and still wear makeup and it still look beautiful. So I love that. I love this sunscreen. Definitely important to let you guys know that this time of year. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat as we move on to makeup. I can see them. I am seeing them pop up. So the next thing is makeup. Makeup really has to be considered with your skincare. If you get this amazing skincare line and you start to see improvement in your skin, but you're still using the same bacteria-filled makeup that you've always used, maybe it's old, maybe it's full of harsh, toxic things that are not good for your skin, it's going to work against your skincare. So, and this is all stuff that I learned once my skin started clearing up, because skincare is just one part of fixing an acne problem. So one thing that I learned was my tools. I want to talk about my favorite tools really quick before we go into my favorite foundation. So what I started using was, first of all, I switched over to a blender. This is LimeLife's blender. It's called the Blenderful. It's huge. I have it damp right now, which is how I prefer to use it. You'll also notice it's clean. Look how clean it is. You guys, I never, ever, ever cleaned my makeup tools before LimeLife. That is scary. So if you're sitting there like, I never cleaned my makeup tools, no judgment. We have all learned along the way. But I want to tell you, if you're struggling with acne, this needs to be part of how you fight it. You need to have clean tools. So LimeLife has an amazing brush and sponge cleaner. It's called Clean Act. Again, natural and safe. It's just young coconut milk, and it works like a little bar of soap. So I just cleaned my blender. And the other thing is, you guys, I've had this blender for over a year. And I'll show you can you guys see that? There's just one little rip in it. For having it for over a year, I mean, this is gonna fight acne. It's gonna make your tools last longer. It's really a no-brainer. So I hope that it's something that you'll consider along with your tools, your makeup. It's kind of like you have this group of best friends and all these best friends are helping you fight acne. Okay, so I have my clean blender. Again, I prefer to use it damp. I love that it comes in this leather black mesh carrying case. It's breathable so that, again, we want to, bacteria is like the root of all evil for acne. So for it to be able to dry properly is going to make sure that bacteria doesn't get in it and it doesn't get nasty for the next time that you put it on your face.
Abby,
Okay.
I have a question. Hey, Abby.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you wash it after you use it, or do you wash it before you use it the next time? I'm just curious how you work that into your day.
Sure. So you could wash it like every time after you use it, especially the blenders, because they're so easy and quick to wash. I would say minimum, you want to be washing all of your tools once a week, minimum. I know a lot of people wash them every day.
Okay.
I personally don't have time to wash all my tools every day.
See, I don't either. That's why I asked. I was curious. Yeah.
Also, we're in a different time. It's quarantine, so we're not really wearing makeup every day. I still definitely try to keep them washed once a week, even if I've only used them a couple times that week. It just creates a good habit. So that was a great question, Nancy. Thank you. All right, so now I've got my foundation and concealer. So this is what it looks like. It's a little shiny because here's another trick. I'm just gonna keep throwing the tips at you. I've had this sitting between my legs as we've been talking. One of the nice tricks to LimeLife's complexion products, the concealer and the foundation, is if you warm them up, especially if you're struggling with acne and you're going to be trying to cover those blemishes, it's going to go on and finish better if it's got some heat to it. So you can stick it between your legs, you can stick it under your armpit, you can warm it up with your finger. There's a few different ways that you can create that warmth to get it ready to put on your face. So again, damp blender, I'm going to go in with the tip and pull out a little concealer. We're going to start with, you guys can see I need a new concealer. And I'm just going to real quick, I'll do half of my face just for, just so you guys can see the difference too. And I'll just let you guys know, this is how I do it. Again, makeup is something, as a makeup artist, I always tell people too, it's something that you have to experiment with. I feel like everybody does their makeup in a different order. Everybody has their little ways that they like to use makeup, and there's really not any rules. If you feel like it works for you, go for it. I'll just show you what I do. So I'm just taking my concealer and going in and covering up any redness. Like I get red around my nose, especially during allergy season and like in the dead of winter. And then I'll also hit any blemishes first, any like scarring or dark spots that I'm dealing with, any redness, any of those blemish type issues that you want a little extra coverage before you put your foundation on. So if you have a blemish that pops up, or if you are starting your LimeLife product journey and you're still getting through that breakout phase as the skincare is working its magic, know that this foundation is going to be, and the concealer is going to be great tools to help you still feel confident while you're going through that. Okay, so you guys can see that really helped. Then I'm just going to do couple little turns in my foundation, and I went and used the flat side of my blender. And again, this is the technique that I found worked best for when I did have blemishes, when I did have a lot more of that acne scarring texture, because it can have like a little bit of a dimply texture to it. So this is what I did, just kind of this pressing and twisting. And that really helped the foundation to set like a second skin rather than look cakey, or if I pulled it around, it wouldn't cover my blemishes as well as I wanted it to. And this is really it. This is truly the best foundation that I've ever used. Even though my skin is cleared up now, you guys, when I was really struggling with acne, so if you guys can see the difference. So you guys can see I have a little bit of scarring that my facial oils are still working to erase. But you guys saw, if your beauty guide shared a picture with you to promote this Zoom call, that was me, that was my skin. So you can see how much better, I mean, just on my bare skin, how much better that healed. It's really hard to get rid of scarring, but I'm telling you guys, this line has got the products that will do it for you. That's the hardest stuff, and it can really affect our confidence level. The other thing about this foundation is it's a healthier foundation. And again, just like the theme of this whole conversation, all of your products that you're putting on your skin, they have to work together. They can't work against each other. So if you come in with a foundation that is going to soak into your pores, clog them, leave you with bacteria issues, soak into your skin and disappear, that's not good for your skin. That's kind of scary. So what I learned is that by really transforming what I was using from the inside out on my skin, it allowed my skincare to work a million times better because it didn't have stuff fighting against it. This foundation, if your beauty guide, if you didn't catch a tidbit from her at any time, this foundation just sits on your skin because it's wax based. And I'm telling you that now because when I say that in the beginning, it seems kind of scary, but you guys saw how I put it on. It's not scary. It's very easy to use. And with it being wax-based and just sitting there until you cleanse it off at the end of the night, it doesn't let it soak into your pores. So that really, really helps your skincare combat acne because it's not having to work overtime to pull out what your makeup is messing up. Does that make sense? So absolutely, if you're considering the skincare line, you really need to consider the foundation if you don't already have it, because the skincare is going to be amazing no matter what. But if you really want to change your skin, and whether it's acne or not, that goes for anti-aging, no matter what age you are or what you're struggling with, eczema, rosacea, melasma, considering this line in cleaning out your bathroom, which is what I did, you know, if I wouldn't have done that, I honestly don't know that I would have the same results I have today. It never gets old for me to hear, oh my gosh, you have beautiful skin. Because every time I hear that, that is something that I remember the time that I never thought that I would have heard that. I mean, that's like, girl, you look like J-Lo. Like, not that that's the compliment that I got, but imagine, you know, if there's one thing that I envision that you would never get that compliment in your life, and then you get that compliment over and over and people mean it, that's huge, and it does amazing things for your confidence. And you know, I wouldn't be confident to have a platform and to serve women if I didn't feel good about myself. It's a whole domino effect. So I just want you guys to consider that. If you feel like I'm talking about you and you feel like, oh my gosh, like my skin is kind of holding me back from enjoying things, because that was me. So I'm just going to set this really quick. We're going to make this, I don't know what time we're at, but I don't want to keep you too long. So we value you. We're really glad that you guys hopped on with us. So I'm just doing a little translucent setting powder. We call it our unicorn powder, magic powder, whatever you want to call it, because it just sets what you did. If you're going to take the time to do your makeup, you want it to last right. You oily girls will also love that because it gives you a little bit of that matte finish. And especially, I mean, I'm in the Midwest. I'm sure we have people from all over, but in the Midwest, it's hot, it's muggy. When you step outside, you start sweating. So we love that translucent powder for where we're at because it really helps to keep you looking more fresh longer throughout the day.
Hey, Abby.
All right.
Hey, Abby,
Yes,
since you
ma'am.
mentioned about time, you have plenty of time. You have a good
Okay.
10, 15 more minutes if you want to share a look or expand on how you do that flawless look. You always have such a flawless look. And I'm taking notes here, and I hope everybody is too, because one thing you said just blew me away when you said makeup is considered a part of your skincare, and absolutely it is. And you know, even at 52, I had acne pop up. I had a zit pop up just yesterday. So I mean, like, what the heck is that about? I'm 52 years old. But this
acne does
skincare
not discriminate with age.
No, it doesn't. And Mask of Zen is what I slept with on it last night. And I know by tomorrow it'll be gone. So I love the tips you're sharing. And please keep going. You have plenty of time to keep sharing.
Awesome. Is there anything in particular that you guys would like to see? Do you want to just see a quick little, like what I do for a natural face before I run out the door?
I think that's a great idea, especially since you are really just giving us a flawless look. Let's do a really quick, simple, flawless look. And
cool.
And that would be great. Everybody loves to see someone get their quick out the door look together. I'm excited to see yours.
Awesome. And again, I'll just do half face so that you guys can see the difference at the end, because I just love when you can be like, whoa, those are some effective products. So what I'll do is I'm going to use eyeshadow. I would show you guys, but my palette is a mess and I have a little broken eyeshadow. So I'll just tell you what I'm using. I'm going to go in and use eyeshadow number 7. And I always just throw like a natural color all over my lid to start. One other thing I want to tell you guys while I'm doing this is, so that the blender right now is in a really special little bundle with our foundation brush, which looks like this. It's another great way to build just different levels of coverage, which can be important when you're experiencing acne and you may need to experiment with, oh, maybe I need some more coverage here, and different tools could help you achieve that. So this foundation brush is nice for that. Sometimes I use it for concealer. It's kind of a multi-use brush. Like it's flat too. Just want to be able to show you guys that. Nice big. All of LimeLife's brushes are extremely high quality and they're vegan. So all the brushes that I'm about to use on this look are LimeLife. That collection, Beauty Guides, help me out. I think it's $42 right now, and you save $10 with those two together. So you'll get the blender full and the carrying case and that foundation brush. That's a really good deal if you guys need to update your tools because they're just not cutting it. And I'll tell you guys, when I updated my tools, again, it just really helped overall with my skin health and just making sure that I was using the best of the best to keep my skin clear. Okay, so I just used some number 7 eyeshadow on my lid.
Look straight up into the camera for a minute. Look at the difference in just that little bit of shadow. That's amazing. Well, it's not just the shadow. It was the concealer and the foundation first when you laid down that first worked on your canvas, right? And then you added just that little bit of shadow. Look at how gorgeous that looks. And what number is that? 7?
Number 7.
Excellent.
So you guys can see that I've got some natural purple veining in my eyes, things like that. And that concealer really is just amazing. Okay, let's do one that I use a lot is number 27. We're just gonna use the tiniest bit of it. You guys, LimeLife shadows go a long way. So I'm just gonna use that. I'm using a smaller eyeshadow brush. This is number 20. And I'm kind of just patting it. It's okay to be not perfect because I'm gonna show you a little trick with the blender that'll help you clean this up. So I don't want you guys to feel like you can't get that pretty clean look on the edge. You guys see that? That's just 2 eyeshadows. So then you'll just want to take a brush that'll let you blend that so that it just looks like this really seamless, you guys see? Seamless look. And then I'm going to just take my blender and look for my concealer. And I usually just take the tip of my blender and pick up just a tiny little bit more of concealer. And again, mine's running out. And then I'll kind of squeeze it so that I can go in. Look good. So you can just clean up the edge if you have any fallout. And again, because LimeLife is professional makeup, we haven't even mentioned that yet. It's a professional line of makeup. It's what the pros use. There's very minimal fallout anyway. If I happen to have a couple little flakes, because I am somebody who I do my eyeshadow after my complexion. Some people do it the other way. Again, it's all about preference, what you feel like is easiest. Then let's do eyebrows. Let's just do real quick eyebrows. I'm going to use my Claim to Frame brow pencil. I use number 2, which is the medium shade. We have light, medium, and dark. And this is the easiest. Wait till you guys see this side by side with the side that's not done. This is the easiest eyebrow tool. So fast. And I really like how they did the shades with the light, medium, and dark, because they really do. They're very complementary to everyone's skin and hair tones with just those 3 tones. They can lend themselves. See that? That took me 2 seconds. And there's this little spoolie on the end that I use to just go through and make it natural. Guys, I don't spend a lot of time on my brows, but it looks like I do. That's literally all I do. Okay, and then my mascara has also been sitting between my legs because I do that same warming up technique, because especially when your mascara gets lower and it just gets harder to use. It doesn't matter what brand you use. I love LimeLife because it's all-in-one fiber mascara and it doesn't flake, and it's been healthier on my lashes. Like I don't have as much lash loss. But when you warm it up, you guys try that and you're going to be like, whoa, why haven't I been doing that? It makes it silky, that silky texture again, like when you just pop it open. And I usually even only do 1 coat of mascara, guys. You can build it as much as you want, but when I'm quick, natural out the door, I only need 1 coat. You guys see that? Whoa. The mascara always brings it home, doesn't it?
It sure does. It's beautiful. It really looks like you spent forever on it. And we just watched you spend like 6 minutes, and it really wouldn't have been 6 minutes, but you were talking, right? So
Right.
it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
This is such a quick look. We just used two eyeshadows. I'm going to throw some Humble Gloss on. This is my favorite. Some of my favorite natural lip products right now are lip balms. Oh my gosh, that have just come out. Humble Gloss is a big favorite. The Birthday Cake Enduring Lip Color. We've got a lot of really pretty nude lipsticks as well. Nude is just in, and it looks good on everybody.
And we have a perfect nude for everyone. If you go to our lipsticks, we have a perfect nude for everyone. If you're looking for one, if one of your friends is, if you hear someone talking about someone looking for the perfect nude for summer, which I recently just heard, I was like, man, we have the perfect nude for everyone. Check it out. And that looks gorgeous on you, Abby.
Doesn't it look like we spent an hour on makeup?
Well, and like you started to talk about the professional makeup, yeah, we curate the best makeup from the best manufacturers because Alcone's been in business for so long. They've been doing business with professional makeup artists, professional makeup lines. And so we don't manufacture our own makeup. We actually curate the best of the best. And then LimeLife has taken what Alcone has known is their best seller when it comes to eye makeup or mascara or goodness gracious, our RCMA foundation that you beautifully demonstrated. And we put that all together under the LimeLife line through professional partnerships. And so talking about the professional makeup, the reason why pros can do makeup so quickly and have the effect they do is because of the type of makeup that we have that wasn't available to anybody until a few years ago when LimeLife by Alcone decided to go ahead and bring it to the average consumer. Commercial makeup and professional makeup are totally different. And tell everyone what you just did because you just changed the shape of your face.
So if I just kind of relax my face, can you guys see how it actually, my face looks slimmer over here?
Absolutely.
So, sorry, I was just standing still so that you guys could see that. But I just did our bronzer number 1. Sometimes, like, this is my natural go-to. I don't have to go all out with highlighter and blush every time. You guys, sometimes just by throwing a little shadow of bronzer, and it doesn't have to be complicated. I didn't do my nose. I didn't do anything crazy. Just right, everybody can do this. Just right under your blush line when you suck your face in. Everybody can do that. Everybody make a fish face. No, but that is exactly how you tell where your bronzer goes. You can do that with literally any brush. This is my favorite one to use. This is like a fan shaped brush, and I just like it because it's very narrow. You could do it with your blush. If you have a blush or an angled brush, you can do that with any kind of medium to smaller size brush. Bronzer does not have to be scary. A lot of times I do it in lieu of blush if I'm in a hurry because it does just shape your face very naturally. But yeah, that really, and you can see, I was looking over here too, you can see just some of that dark purple that we just naturally have in our eyes. Everybody has that. We can improve it with our skincare, but we have to also set real expectations about our skincare. With our healthiest skin, we're going to have those natural darker areas that occur. And so that's where that concealer comes in, and you can't see any of that. So we literally just did 2 eyeshadows. We didn't even do an eyeliner, you guys, and it still opened my eyes up quite a bit. We just did mascara. We did our little eyebrow pencil. We had our complexion. We threw on a gloss. We did bronzer. And normally I would do bronzer right before I did my setting powder. Again, it doesn't really matter because like Nancy was saying, when you have the pro products, that is not anything to be intimidated by. That is, what that should tell you is that it's going to be easier and faster to use your product, and you're going to use less product, so you're going to save more money in the long run. That's what that means.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty on the budget part of this whole thing too, because first of all, getting your skin in beautiful shape like yours is means you don't need as much makeup because you're not trying to hide anything,
right,
but you're just trying to enhance what you have. And then when you have that professional makeup, really you're just using such a small amount, but that's why it performs like it does. It's because of the pigment. Could you do a quick left, right, or right, left, and let us see side to side and look at the difference just in how your skin looks perfect there. That's ridiculous. It's gorgeous. So good. So good. I loved every tip you gave us. Thank you so much. I hope everybody enjoyed all of those tips that we got. I took some great notes, and I'm sure other people did too. Abby, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was amazing.
yes.
I want to talk to Casey for a minute here and see if we can go ahead and spin that magic wheel and see if we can send our guests something special for joining us today.
Yes, and I'm going to take 1 minute and just share with this crew about our Brighter Together Foundation. It was mentioned briefly with the brush and blender full that Abby mentioned that is in a promotion bundle right now. But the real value is that you not only save the $10, but the money that you save is matched by the company, and it doubles and donates to our Brighter Together Foundation. And what that foundation is it actually funds a program that helps teach women how to become entrepreneurs in their own right. So we are supporting women in underprivileged countries that allows them to put their skills to work and become entrepreneurs and bring money into their family and therefore pour it back out into their communities. So it's a beautiful, beautiful foundation. So know that when you shop Brighter Together collections, that you are supporting that foundation, and it's just a wonderful thing to be able to do. So you have that bundle that's just a June special, but then we always have makeup collections that are Brighter Together collections. And Abby, I don't know how on purpose it was, but she really put to life or brought to life the teen collection, which the teen collection is really just a starter collection of makeup because it's a little bit of everything. So it's not for teens, it's for everybody. But we know teens need a little bit of everything to get started. So that's why I got the name. But it's 2 eyeshadows, 2 foundations. So that's 4 products. Okay, let me start over. It's the foundation and 2 concealer palette, 2 eyeshadows, lip gloss, and a blush, powder or bronzer of your choice. So the look that Abby just did for us she did just the bronzer. So she did foundation, concealers, eyeshadows, and a lip gloss and a bronzer. And then you would just want to add that brow tool for sure, because she showed you how simple and amazing that is to really get great, great brows. So had to mention that because I don't think that was on purpose that she did the teen collection. So yeah, love you guys, and I'm so happy to have all of you guys here today, and I'm so proud of my guests for showing up today. So we had several guests, and I'm gonna do the spinner. Are we ready?
Let's do it. I can't wait to see it. Let's see it go. There we go. And the winner is...
Oh, we gotta go again. It was it landed on an empty one. I don't know how many times we have to do this. I think we're gonna go with Mom because it's right next to Mom.
Okay, Mom. That's Casey's mom. All right. So Casey, make sure that we get her address. I'm pretty sure you know it. And we'll have something special in the mail for her. That's
Yay,
exciting.
Mom.
Yay, Mom.
Awesome.
That's always good. Guys, I am so excited everybody showed up. And I can't thank you enough, Abby, because I went through acne struggles myself. I had 2 daughters who have gone through acne. And then, it doesn't actually end. I hate to say that, but it's true. I'm in my 50s and I just had one pop up and say hi to me. So, and I've been using these products and I keep my skin very clean, but things happen, hormones happen, your diet changes and your skin lets you know about it. So your skin tells the truth. Your skin tells on you. If your diet or you're stressed or whatever, it shows up for you and lets everybody know. So everyone should hear some of this. All of our guests and all of our clients need to know that when they have something happen with their skin, we're ready and armed with this great information. And Abby, you brought some things to light that I hadn't thought about in quite a while. So really appreciate everything that you shared today. Guests, and if you see anything that you were interested in, want more information on, please contact the beauty guide that invited you to this. If you're watching this video as a replay, whoever shared this video with you will be happy to share more information with you. If you loved the products you saw today and you're interested in them, there's a few ways you can buy them, of course. You can purchase them from the beauty guide who invited you, or you can become a beauty guide yourself and shop these products at a 20% discount. So many, and
Nancy,
also, yes.
Nancy, can I piggyback off that and just say exactly what you said? If you have ever been interested in the opportunity of LimeLife, but you feel like your skin issues are something that you tell yourself that you can't do this because you have skin issues that you're struggling with,
Right.
I would just tell you from experience, when I started this, my skin was completely broken out, and I was actually able to build my network and my client base because they were following my story and watching my acne progress just get clearer and clearer. So what your skin issue is, I would do to not let that hold you back if you have been consistent. And thank you guys for listening too. Thank you.
100%. What you just said is actually really important to highlight. If you click on this video afterwards to watch it, you're going to because you see something about acne in the title. And if you feel insecure about your skin right now, if you feel like you're not happy with how you look and you're tired of trying products that don't work and you're not sure about the makeup because it always just settles and makes, you know, it very obvious that you're trying to cover something up, please, please take a second, take a chance on the beauty guide who pointed you to this video and let them walk you through some options. There's a 30-day happiness guarantee. And really it is that simple. I'm not happy with the product and you get your money back. That's all there is to it. But it's a chance that's worth taking because I promise you, you won't find anything else that does what these products do. And you're not going to find another makeup that's going to support your skincare line like ours does. Thank you again so much for everybody who joined us. We had at one point, I think 31 people on here live. That's exciting. You all have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your Sunday. And if you're watching this as a playback or on YouTube, thank you so much for joining. Reach out to whoever introduced you to LimeLife, and we would love to share some more tips with you. You guys have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye now.